All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. All out of done, all these carrots is gold. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call him out there while she stay on my boat.
Yo, what's up everyone? This is Blue Nova and I'm here bringing you a very great tutorial on how to get Gunna sound and vocals. And with this tutorial is basically really going to give you the breakdown on how to get that low end but still get that presence in his vocals to where it's still standing outside of the beat and really well inside of the mix. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump straight into the tutorial. I'm going to turn off everything we have here on the master. The beat, we're going to mute it. With this tutorial is with everything I'm providing in this, I'm gonna have the vocals, my vocals included in it, the ad-libs, every vocal, every vocal chain on here, including the master. So it is something you really don't want to miss out on. You will be able to get it on my site, bluenovabeats.com. Aside from that, we're gonna jump straight into it. So the first thing we're gonna have is gonna be Inter's autotune. And with Gunna, he always naturally has autotune in his voice. So what you want to do is have the retune speed set to about 10. The input type, you want to have it a low male voice because Gunna's voice is in a low male voice range. The scale, I have it on minor for this specific song. And with the key, you want to set it at E flat. Everything else, you can copy these settings. Now I'm about to play with autotune right now. And we're going to right click and solo this. And right here, you're going to see that it's linked to this channel. In order to do that, you can just right click and route to this track only. The only thing that's on here is going to be a limiter, and I brought the release down to 0 and the ceiling down to -3. Now the reason why this is routed is because we're going to have all these vocals sent to this insert right here to make sure none of the vocals go past -3 altogether. So that's the reason why you see this link right here. So after that explanation, now I'm going to play the vocal.
All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. All out of done, all these carrots is gold. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call him out there while she stay on my pole. Look at these bends like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop.
Now since we have that, the next thing we're going to have is going to be Fruity Limiter. What you want to do is click on compression right here. That's going to pull up the compressor. You want to turn your ratio all the way to the right, your knee all the way to the right. The head, bring it to 0.50 milliseconds. And the release, you want to keep that at about 88.53. Well, really just straight down in the middle. And you want to bring your threshold down to where your vocals are being slightly compressed. Now that we have that, we're going to play it. And let me move the start over to about right here. Now we're going to play it.
All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. All out of done, all these carrots is gold. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call him out there while she stay on my pole. Look at these bends like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop.
Now the purple is going to be the area that's been compressed off, and the gray area is what's left on the vocal. That's what you're actually hearing. So now that you understand that, the next thing we're going to have is going to be parametric EQ2. Now with this, we're going to go ahead and just kill some of the low end presence in the vocal. I ended up leaving the low cut. I ended up leaving the band right here at 64 hertz. Most of what you want to do is just do a frequency sweep and see exactly where some of those annoying tones are at. This is exactly what I found was suitable for Gunna type vocals to get that low end presence and still also have the high end right here. So what you want to do is also boost around 10K up to 6 decibels. Now I'm gonna play what we have right here.
All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. All out of done, all these carrots is gold. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call him out there while she stay on my pole. Look at these bends like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop.
Now that you hear that, you can hear that vocal clarity without it being too damaged and too much being taken off and too much being boosted. Now the next thing we're gonna have is gonna be the de-esser stereo. What you want to do is just have the audio set on split. You want to have the frequency set at 5506. Sidechain, make sure to select high pass, and monitor, make sure it's on audio. You want to bring your de-esser down to around where it's going to be like a blue peak. That's basically where the high S's are coming in. So you basically want to bring that threshold down to there. Sometimes you may want to go a little bit past that so that it's well, it's really to where it's well de-essed in the vocal. So now I'm going to play it.
All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. All out of done, all these carrots is gold. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call him out there while she stay on my pole. Look at these bends like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop.
Now the next thing we're gonna have is Fruity Delay 2. And most of Gunna's vocals, they're This is not an extreme amount of delay, but in this one I kind of turned the delay up a little bit, just to fill in, just to fill in the beat a little bit more. What you want to do is just set the feedback to ping pong. You want to have the volume. Most of the time I usually set it to about right here. That's always good, but for this one, like I said, I boosted a little bit more. The time, you want to have it straight down the middle. Make sure if you're using this to reflect and use it as a reference for your own song, make sure your tempo is set. For the only way for it to bounce back correctly in time, word after word, is to have it straight down the middle. And with the OFS, just have that straight down the middle. Everything else you can leave it, but these are basically, the main important ones: your cut and then the volume right here. So now we're gonna play it.
I let this ice on my neck, got me frozen. All out of done, now these carrots is go. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call her my dear while she stay on my pole.
The next thing we're gonna have is gonna be fruity reverb too. Now with this, you want to just have a good amount of reverb in it. Gunna uses a decent amount of reverb within his vocals, so you want to have your high cut at about 1.8. The bass, turn that all the way up. The low cut, just have that in the middle. And I would want to just go through all these other settings and why I did what I did in the mix, but take a little bit too much time. So I'm gonna play what we have right here.
I let this ice on my neck, got me frozen. All out of done, now these carrots is go. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call her my dear while she stay on my pole. Look at these bends like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop.
Now we have another fruity limiter, and this one, what we're gonna do right here is bring up the volume of the vocals, so that way it's hitting at -3. And what you want to do is bring your release down to 0. Your attack, have that at 1.92 milliseconds. Your head, have that at 10.11 milliseconds. Now really what you want to do, like I said, just bring that up to where it's going to be a -3 right here on the ceiling.
I let this ice on my neck, got me frozen. All out of done, now these carrots is go. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call her my dear while she stay on my pole.
You can see right here it's at -3 on the meter. The next thing we have is going to be Maximus. Now what this is going to do is basically compress some of these frequencies within certain ranges in a vocal, which are the high, the mid, and the low. So with the high, you just want to bring the band down to -12. All you have to do is left click and drag that down to there. The same thing with this band, just bring that down to -12. All these other settings you can leave it. With the mid, I left that alone. With the low frequency, you want to bring that down to -18. All these other settings you can leave it how it is. On the master channel, what you want to do is just get a little bit of saturation and bring that down to -3. You can bring it down to -3 using the ceiling right here. So make sure that's set at -3. And the threshold, just bring that over to the left, just 1% or 0%. Now I'm going to play what we have.
I let this ice on my neck, got me frozen. All out of done, now these carrots is go. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call her my dear while she stay on my pole. Look at these bends like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop. Love me to hate me, but love me and now you.
So now that we have that, all you have to do is just go in, right click, file, say make sure track stayed as, and then save it. And like I mentioned earlier when we first started, you want to do the same thing. You can just open up the same thing, but the only difference in here, I believe, is the EQ that I did in the ad-libs right here, and the amount of reverb. And this is the amount that I had in some of the ad-libs. But like I said, if you want the exact, every exact thing that I did in here, then you can get it on my site. Just not to kill too much time within this video. But after you have that, we're gonna go ahead and play all these vocals. And I guess one thing I will go over right here, there's actually a vocal take I did where it's like low, I guess more in the sense of Travis Scott kind of style. And what's gonna give it that wide feel is using the fruity chorus. And these are the settings that I had right here. And then you want to set it straight down the middle. And then I increased the amount of reverb, so you can see some of these settings are a little bit different. I'm gonna just play it for you so you hear what it sounds like. So that was, it wasn't too important in the song, but it's something I felt like it was, a good fit for this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and play it with the beat. And also I'm gonna, I will be providing the beat within the folder. So you're basically getting a lot within this package. It's something that you really want to see, what you want to know, and use as a reference in your own songs. So now that we have that, we're gonna play everything together without the master on it. So we're gonna start from right here.
All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. Roll out the dawn, these carrots is go. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call her my dear while she stay on my boat. Look at these bets like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop. Love me to hate me, but love me and now. You forget why I said I don't do that a lot.
So now, the next thing we're gonna have is gonna be Isotope Ozone 5 Equalizer. We're gonna go ahead and turn that on. Now, the importance of using the equalizer on the master channel, in a lot of songs nowadays, there's always a cutoff. The frequencies are always usually cut off around 14,979. Now, in order to get that, you want to click the 8th band, go to low pass, select brick wall. Once you do that, you want to drag that into to the number I said right here, 14,979, and that's gonna cut off the high end frequency and really clean up the mix. I'm gonna play it so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. Roll out the dawn, these carrots is go. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call her my dear while she stay on my boat. Look at these bets like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop.
Now that we have that, the last thing on here is just gonna be a Fruity Soft Clipper. The soft clipper is basically gonna act as a ceiling so that the frequencies don't go past 0 decibels. The settings, really, you just want to load it in as is. I didn't adjust any of these knobs. I keep it, natural and how it's loaded in FL. Now, if you don't have Isotope Ozone 5, I do have you on a backup, which is the Fruity Convolver. This is gonna be set as a master EQ. And like I said, if you want this, no hassle on how to adjust and how to get here, because I know I had an issue getting this setting to begin with. So we're gonna play everything we have all together. I'm gonna play with Ozone 5 and with the Fruity Soft Clipper, and then with the Fruity Convolver, then Soft Clipper.
All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. Roll out the dawn, these carrots is go. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call her my dear while she stay on my boat. Look at these bets like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop. Love me to hate me, but love me and now. You forget why I said I don't do that a lot.
Now with the Fruity Convolver.
All of this ice on my neck got me frozen. Roll out the dawn, these carrots is go. Whipping the foreign and slaying your hoe. I call her my dear while she stay on my boat. Look at these bets like I started with rock. Yeah, you out of the picture, I do Photoshop. Love me to hate me, but love me and now. You forget why I said I don't do that a lot.
Now that we have that, that pretty much sums this up. Just to do one more quick take. I know we played this half plenty of times, so I'm gonna start it from right here when the actual, the main hook drops in. Start from right here.
Do that a lot. Look at the diamonds dancing, bad shit got me ranting. Now I got her pantless, shawty about to do some damage. They speaking my language, not they speaking my language. They speaking my language, not they speaking my language.
So now that we have that, it pretty much wraps up this tutorial. If you want the folder, which I really suggest that everyone tries to get it, you can go to bluenovabeats.com, go to the beat store. It'll be in vocal presets once you click that, and then you can get it straight right there. If you have any questions, go ahead and go on the bottom of the website where you can go on the contact form, send me a message, or you can personally just email me bluenovabeats@gmail.com. If you need your own songs mixed and mastered, just contact me. Feel free to at any time. And if you have any more suggestions, just leave in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe, like, share this video, and make sure you have the notification on, so anytime there's a new upload, you'll instantly get notified for it. But thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.
Photoshop. Love me to hate me, but love me and now. You forget why I said I don't do that a lot. Look at the diamonds.